What is up? I'm at a red light right now, and I need to not be at a red light right fucking now because I'm a little bit late for work. Looking for my damn wallet so I can get some fucking gas. Ended up being in the pants war last night. Should have checked there before I did anything else. Looked all around the damn house underneath the couches and shit like that. I don't know why I didn't check the fucking pants. Stupid. Anyway, what is up? This is my fourth entry to Ask Me Anything car related and non-car related, and there's about a page and a half worth of shit you guys asked. So let's go ahead and get to the questions. Let's start with question McQuestioner, aka the car guy, Yugo Man, 45,000 different other things with parentheses in your name. You asked the question, like 16 questions. Love the questions though, man. It's great. I have a lot of stuff to talk about. Anyway, favorite racing game? Forza Motorsport 4. And I have a huge spot in my heart for, Gran Turismo 2. That was really the first racing sim that I actually really played. I mean, I got Gran Turismo 1, but at that exact time, I also had Tony Hawk and Crash Bandicoot. So I didn't play that racing sim that much. But yeah, I think the coolest racing game of them all has got to be Forza Motorsport 4. And I think it'd be a lot better if it had things like Gran Turismo, how it had the snow and then the rally and all that stuff. That's something to be said about Gran Turismo, but you get no engine sound, aka the electric hair dryer engine sounds that they're infamous for. And yeah, just not a good series. I hope that they make, with Gran Turismo Sport, I hope they get a little bit more realistic with the exhaust sounds, because that's a serious part of any sort of racing game, is the exhaust sound, especially one where you have the ability to manually shift and all that stuff, and especially the one like Forza where you can shift with clutch. Can't remember if you can do that with Gran Turismo, but the shifting with the clutch is the only way that I drive on a video game. I don't do that in real life. But anyway, that's one of the cool things about it, and that's one of the reasons I love Forza Motorsport 4, is because they had so many different cars, and they had the Top Gear trio with the first installment of looking inside the car. I can't remember what it was called. Auto Vista, I think that's what it was called. And it's a timeless game. It really is. It's one of the best ones that's ever been made. So yeah, that's my favorite racing game. My favorite racing sim. My favorite racing game is Mario Kart 64. Definitely. The battle is probably one of the funnest things about that. Yeah, Mario Kart 64 is fucking awesome. All the Mario Karts are awesome. They're probably the best arcade racing games ever. Like, you can't touch them. You can't. It's the one thing Nintendo has going for it, other than, the Legend of Link. It's not Zelda. It shouldn't be called The Legend of Zelda. Anyway, so yeah, thanks for that question, and on to your other 16. Weirdest place I've driven. Well, it was actually not me driving, but I would like to go through it again. I was down in Crater Lake, right outside of Crater Lake National Park, and it was a nice summer day. And if you know anything about the Pacific Northwest, in the summertime, the mosquitoes come out. All the bugs come out. It is insane. It's like they just appear. They just spawn right then and there. That's definitely the time of year we always get a shit ton of mosquitoes. And like throughout the rest of the year, there's nothing. There's like not even a fly. It's weird. But yeah, so we're down there. My grandpa, my mom, and sister and I, we're down there. We're checking out Crater Lake, just looking at the views and everything. And then we take this back road around the base of the caldera. It's not a mountain anymore, it's a caldera. Taking this route at the base of it, and it says, warning, bugs ahead, or something to that effect. Insects abound. And yeah, no shit. We go through this little road, and once we hit this little, it's like there's this estuary right next to us, and once we hit that area, it was like rain. It was like heavy rain just falling all over the car, or the truck, and it was just bugs. They were just flying into us, and we were going through it like 30 miles per hour, so they were just slamming us, just all over. And then at the end, they had this automated shower system for your rig, and you just go out there or drive through it, and it just turns water on and washes your rig off for you. That was insane. That was the weirdest shit that I've ever been in a car, and I'd like to go there again with something else. I think it'd be cool to do it in this. This thing has a lot of windows. It'd be pretty cool to film it. Die, bugs, die. Anyway, that's a weird one. Dream rally car build, you asked. You know, I'd have to categorize that in front-wheel drive, rear-wheel drive, all-wheel drive. And I'm going to start with front-wheel drive. I think the coolest one for that, for me, would be an EF hatchback Civic. Maybe even a sedan if I could find one. That'd be even cooler, actually. But yeah, a little tiny Honda Civic hatchback, or a little sedan from the 80s. I think that would be an awesome one. I think what I would do to it would be, of course, lift it up a little bit so it has some ground clearance, give it enough power, maybe just swap the engine out for something different, something with VTEC instead of it just being a regular old non-VTEC Honda engine. You know, a B16 swap, I don't know if that's actually a thing, but I know that like friends of mine have done B16 swaps in their EGs and stuff. And also, what do you call it? K20s. K20 swap would be pretty sweet. I don't really know much about doing that stuff, but I mean, it would be awesome because I know that would make it faster. Hyundai Genesis, or Hyundai Genesis, or Hyundai. I don't know how to say it. It's Korean. Nice little Genesis just drove by though. That was really nice. It was red, bright red. Never seen a red one. Usually just the lime green or the black, the white. Never a red one. Haven't ever seen a red one. Anyway, that would be my front wheel drive one. The all wheel drive one, I'm gonna have to say a great rally build would be a rally 4-wheel drive, all wheel drive, whatever. Oh man. Probably a 98 V70 XC70, just to make sure it's got a little bit of lift from the get-go, and then boost that thing like crazy. It's already boosted, but make it a really crazy boost system, and straight pipe the exhaust, upgrade the internals and everything. Just have it be that straight 5, and of course upgrade the suspension and all that, everything that I would need to do. And of course take out all the seats except for the front 2 seats for my navigator and myself. And then of course Swedish flag livery like crazy, just that Polestar kind of blue, the big yellow stripes going out, making it look like just a rolling Swedish flag. So there's that. And then the rear wheel drive one, I think the coolest rally build would be a 1987 Mustang SVO. Yes. Lift that thing up a little bit, get some all-terrain tires on it. It's lightweight because it doesn't have that big ass heavy 5.0 in there, and you know, it's real rev happy, and it's turboed, so it's awesome. I think that would be a really cool one. I think all I would do really would just be kind of just like a rat build, just like make it zero fucks given, just like throw some shit together and make it go on the dirt. I think it'd be awesome. That's one of the dreams, is a nice Fox body. Either just get an SVO if I could find one, or get a 2.3 and then turbo it and build it up. I think that'd be awesome. That'd be fucking fantastic. Great question, man. Great question. Another one of yours, which was very morbid, but I've been thinking about it since I was a kid. Best way to die in a car. Hopefully that doesn't happen to me right now on my way to work, because that'd be a shitty way. Just a little car accident. Shit. Total ass way to die. I think that one of the coolest ones would be very old. I'm old, all right? Old, or I'm terminally ill. Like, I'm gonna die because of a tumor that I have, and there's nothing they can do about it. I'm gonna die. I think the coolest thing to do would be to get in a high-powered something, some sort of race car, maybe that I build myself until I almost die, and then just Bonneville Salt Flats, go as fast as I can, and once I hit that moment where I'm not going any faster, make sure it has a good working handbrake, rip the wheel to the left and hit the handbrake, tumble, death. That'd be the cool way. I mean, that'd be the only way I would want to die in a car, is if I was terminally ill or going to die, like I'm 89 or whatever, and I'm about to die. So that's the only way. I wouldn't want to die in any other situation with a car. Speaking of which, don't read and drive. Sniper Bad Boy. You didn't spell Lamborghini right, but I know what you meant. Lamborghini Aventador SV or Veneno Roadster. Veneno Roadster, definitely. I've answered it on the question post. Hello, AMG GTS. Sex on wheels, right there. Holy shit. Nice gunmetal gray one. Sexy. Anyway, Veneno Roadster, because Lamborghinis are poster cars, and they should be poster worthy. And a lot of the post Volkswagen Auto Group ones are not. They don't look that good. Unless the what do you call it? There's a few, like the Reventone, or the one that I'm talking about, the Veneno, all those specialty ones, the Sesto Elemento and all that. All that shit is totally poster worthy. Lamborghini, yes. But like the Gallardo, Italian, I don't know it. I'm pretty sure it's Gallardo. The Gallardo, the Huracan, that SUV that they want to make. No, they just don't do it. I mean, even the Ferrari FF is poster worthy. It looks amazing. Ferrari has Lamborghini beat, and has had Lamborghini beat for a long time. But in my opinion, I don't know. That's just me. But seriously, they've stayed true to their designs, and they've made sure that everything is just crazy looking, beautiful, and Lamborghini has not. I don't know what happened. I think it's because of Audi. I'm not gonna say anything. But anyway, yeah, the Veneno Roadster, sexy fucking car. If I had like $2.3 million. Castrate. I don't know how to say your name, man, sorry. Right-hand drive swaps, Barra engines, and Australian cars. I like all those things, especially if I had some badass JDM, or a British Roadster or something like that. I think the right-hand drive swaps are amazing. I think they're some of the coolest things that anyone can do. It just instantly makes your car more, I guess, pure, I guess you could say, if it's from a country that has, right-hand drive versions of that. Like a right-hand drive swap on this thing with four-wheel drive, because, the R36. If I had that, I'd be so happy. And I think the right-hand drive swaps are awesome. Australian cars, holy fucking shit. I hate them because we can't have them. We have a few, but we don't have fucking utes. That pisses me off, man. We don't have utes. No one over here is crazy or ballsy or rich enough, I guess, to build a crazy, like, 572 Chevy blown El Camino that just only burns out. I mean, that's awesome. That whole burnout scene in Australia is amazing. Australian cars themselves are fucking awesome. I think that they, in terms of making muscle cars, in the past few decades, I think they've got America beat in making muscle cars and sports saloons, whatever you want to call them. Yeah, I think that they're much cooler, and a lot of the ones that I'm talking about are like the Ford Falcons, and of course the Commodores, and the ones that we had rebadged. The Monaro became the GTO, the the Commodore VE became the G8 GXP. I think they're awesome. I wish that we had more of them, and it sucks that they're getting shut down. It really sucks that they're getting shut down. I mean, that's like losing something way more important than an Evo. That's losing an entire culture right there. Anyway, so good question, man. Jacob G, what European country would you live in for 15 years, and what car would you drive that's not available in the U.S.? Germany. Fucking Germany. And of course, the Passat R36. I've answered this on that post, but I will go into great detail right now. Germany's fucking amazing. Germany is, it has a very insane history, and it's a very beautiful country. Berlin is amazing. It has all that artwork there. You've got other places. I'm losing it right now. But, you got, like I said in the post, you've got blondes, you've got brats, beers. There's no way. I mean, there's Stuttgart in Germany, there's Wolfsburg. All these amazing German cars that, of course, are the best cars in the world. You got all those plants there that have their history, and it's just, that's where I would live. And the reason being, Nürburgring, Autobahn, yeah, those two things right there, I would totally take a Passat R36 on those roads and that racetrack for sure. Great question, Jacob G. Thank you for the question. Now I'm at a stoplight. I'll read a little easier. 86 hard X attack with a bunch of shit after your goddamn name. Blogging or vlogging? Hybrid of both. This one will have blog stuff connected to it. I do prefer, I'm more one-sided towards vlogging because it's a lot easier to just talk about it, especially when I have people ask me questions that I can give my opinion on. That's a lot easier than sitting there for 6 hours and writing it down. Usually when I'm writing stuff down, I get sidetracked by other shit, like been watching That 70s Show and other activities that I get distracted with. Anyway, Jesus Christ, man. It's 25, not fucking 5 miles per hour and then stop. Go! Jesus fucking Christ. What are you doing? Put his fucking turn signal on for that road and he didn't even turn. What a dumbass. I get to this point in my commute to work and I just start hating a lot of people. You know why? Because I'm in fucking St. John's. This is another weird place to drive because the fucking streets are stupid. Anyway, where was I? Blogging or vlogging? I've said what I need to say about it. Thank you for the question. Joel Kajesbo. Snow or tarmac? Tarmac. In this. If I had something with 4-wheel drive, snow. Or if I had something with a handbrake, snow. Now see, it didn't snow here. It snowed for a bit, and then it just freezing rain dumped. And it was like that as soon as I got on the highway. And it was basically just compacted snow covered in frozen ice. Almost got in a wreck because I don't have any chains. And I was paying attention, but this dude in a work truck just cut out in front of me without turn signaling, nothing. And I'm like, shit, I don't want to die. So I end up putting my brake on, and that wasn't doing anything. It's just straight ice. So I ended up having to swerve into the middle lane, and yeah, that was scary because there was like semi-trucks coming the other way, and I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna die. So yeah, tarmac. Any sort of asphalt, unless I had 4-wheel drive or, a handbrake. Good question, though. Power to Weight asked, favorite movies? You ready? Anything with Tarantino. Anything that involves Tarantino in any way, really. If he's a producer, a writer, a director, of course. The Hateful Eight was an amazing movie. Great story of don't trust anybody kind of thing. And it was just really well done. That's his latest one. The fact that he filmed it on film is just absolute Tarantino. He's so fucking quirky and weird. Cussing abound, just guns and bullets and violence and everything. That's what makes a Tarantino movie, and it's the artwork that goes into that. It's not just like straight putting violence on the screen, you know. It actually has a purpose in the story, you know. Like, you gotta just watch the movies. Just watch all the movies from Tarantino. Do that. More than Tarantino, Star fucking Wars. Fucking Star Wars, man. Star Wars is the shit. And no, not those fucking prequels. This prequel that's coming up, Rogue One, that is the prequel we wanted. We didn't want 30 years in the past before fucking Anakin was out of his diapers and before he started not wearing emo makeup. I mean, we didn't want to see that. Those movies are ass when you compare them to the originals. They're not that bad by themselves, but they suck when you compare them to the originals. You know, I hear a lot of people talk a bunch of shit about the prequels and everything, but I mean, they have their good points. Like, the lightsaber battles are great because of all the computer-generated shit. Some of the acting is good in it, like a couple of moments, a couple of the actors were really great. The choice of Ewan McGregor as young Obi-Wan Kenobi, perfect, absolutely perfect. Though he does hate and loathe Star Wars fans, it is the funniest thing. He really does not like going into interviews and everything like that. Anyway, I'm not going to get into that right now. Super stoked because every year from now on until they're done with, I think until they're done with this actual trilogy of Star Wars, there's going to be a Star Wars based movie every year. That's fucking awesome. That's awesome. So, yeah, I mean, I really badly want to go see Rogue One on opening night, but like I said in that last blog, I do not have any fanboy stuff at all, even though, I mean, I have like a couple of shirts here and there, but it's not like what I want to do for opening night, which is go there dressed as a Jedi and or dressed up as Boba Fett, either one. Maybe a Boba Fett Jedi, I don't know. Anyway, Star Wars and Tarantino, really, and then of course buddy cop movies, and especially conspiracy cop movies. Those are awesome, like The Departed. I guess Casino could count as a cop one, I mean, a little bit. Jackie Brown's a good one that has some cop stuff in it. I can't think of any other. Training Day, Traffic, Crash. Those are a few more dramatic conspiracy cop movies. Yeah, that's pretty much it with that. And then you also asked the question, would I rather have a heavy car with a lot of power or a lightweight car with not a very much power? I'm gonna have to say that stupid cliche, it depends on what I'm doing. Like, if I was dailying something, I'm gonna have to go with like a medium amount of power with a medium amount of weight. Something that's good on gas, but also I can have fun with. This car right here. You know, this has like a little bit shy of 300 horsepower, and it's got like 300 foot-pounds of torque. So it's pretty damn quick. I don't think that I would want to daily something that had over like 350, maybe a 400 thing, unless it had like four-wheel drive, or if it had like a really good transmission. Then I would probably daily it. But then you're sacrificing a bunch of things like gas mileage and stuff like that. So like, for having a lot of fun on the weekends, a lightweight car. And that's gonna segue me into Chad Cocky's question of, you know, he knows that I love Wallace very much for a daily driver, but what would I have for a weekend fun toy? And it's gonna be something like a Porsche, either a Porsche or a Porsche design that has, you know, 140 horsepower, or even less. You know, you get a little old, an old Beetle or an old Type 3 fastback, something like that, something from Porsche, like the designer. And yeah, just that would be my That would be my main thing, and it would be a lightweight car with a little bit of power. I think that's a great compromise for something you want to have fun in. Because you can have fun in something that has a lot of power, but not as much fun, I don't think, when you're having fun with something with a little bit of power and it's real lightweight, kind of like a little go-kart kind of thing. And I've driven a few small cars around that were low on power, and they're fun to drive. Like Shiloh. Shiloh's not that big of a car. It's like a mid-size, you know, but it's got a little bit of power. But when you get in the wet, or if it's in the snow, and you start pulling that handbrake around the corners, it's awesome. It's very, very fun. So that answers that question and that question. What else do I got? Car Lover 100. Power and grip, or lightweight and grip. That's kind of what I answered just then. You know, if it was going to have a lot of power, it depends on the weight, you know. But if I was going to have a lot of power, I would want to have, like, no grip. That would be kind of shitty. Unless I was building a drift car or something, which I probably wouldn't do. I would probably make a track car. So I'm going to go ahead and say lightweight with grip. Thanks for that question. And more from Question McQuesterson. Question McQuestioner. Mr. Car Guy. You go, man. Blah, 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 blah. Do I like RVs? Fuck yeah. They're awesome. They're probably the coolest way to travel around the country. And I cannot wait until I am old enough to merit getting a fucking RV. Because I can't get one right now. I would look like a moron. Because I'm 26 and I would look stupid. Do I like Ice Cube? You know, I like his rhymes back in the day. He has some good flow. I don't like him by himself too much, except for, you know, It Was a Good Day. That's probably the only one that I actually really know. I don't really like Ice Cube by himself. I like Ice Cube with NWA, or when he's doing a cypher, like his cypher that he did with his sons and Reverend Run. He's got to be doing something that's got some sort of message to it, and it seemed like when he got out of NWA, it kind of went away from, like, sending a message to people and started just being about bitches and hoes. So, not a big fan. Where will I be New Year's Eve? With my lady, somewhere. Hopefully it's going to be where we spent it last year, because we were actually on my favorite spot in the world that I've been to yet. There's this hill that goes up downtown St. Helens, where I grew up. Well, where I was born and, like, grew up as a kid and did, like, summertime there. It's my favorite spot because it just looks over the entire marina and downtown, and you got, like, the fireworks there when it's summertime, and it's a nice place. Hopefully I'm there. Definitely want to be with my lady. But yeah, that's gonna be it. Good questions. Captain Wallpaper, aka Jen's GTI Freak Pizza. What do you think is the best car in the world? That is an unanswerable question, man. That is an unanswerable question. Seriously. I can't answer that question. I cannot sit here and think about what car is the best. I just can't. No, I'm sorry. I can't answer that question. I mean, I'll think about it, and I'll get back to you with a blog, but I can't answer that question. I'm sorry. If you watched it up to this point, you're awesome. If you did not watch it up to this point, you can suck on penis and fuck off. Thank you guys for sticking around. Thank you guys for clicking play and for subscribing and all that shit, if you want to. If not, it's no big deal. Peace out.